Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Anime Season Roadmap, the show where I storyboard an anime based off the content in the manga. This is a big one for me because it's not only my favorite arc in the series, but a highly anticipated arc from the series, the Spade Kingdom Raid arc from Black Clover. Black Clover is one of those animes that suffer from a common issue many long-running series face: filler, pacing issues, and fluctuating anime quality. With Black Clover going on hiatus, switching to seasonal would be the best option. Black Clover's sibling series JJK, Demon Slayer, and My Hero Academia all fit that format perfectly, and honestly, long-running anime is outdated. One of Black Clover's biggest draws is its action. The intensity, the power-ups, the battle between mages and devils all require top-notch animation. The Spade Kingdom Raid art in particular is filled with massive, game-changing fights. Asta unlocking new powers, Yuno facing the Dark Triad, the Black Bulls going all out. In a seasonal format, animators can dedicate the time and effort needed to make these scenes look as epic as they deserve. We know Studio Period can deliver because they've been going insane with the Thousand Year Blood War. For being one of the biggest arcs in the series, the attention is needed. And honestly, I'm glad to hear that Black Clover is coming back for a season 2. Will it be seasonal? Not fully sure, but I heard that Studio Period do want to take the seasonal approach to a lot of their anime moving forward. Now, where will we start? The anime left off on chapter 270, and the arc ends at 331. 61 chapters, that could easily be covered in 20 episodes, especially because a lot of it is action. Now, let's get to it. Episode 1, pages 11 through 16 of chapter 270 and chapter 271 to 273. We're introduced to the episode with a shot of the forest. Quiet until there's a loud crash in the distance, birds flying away from the area. As we get closer to the area, we see Yuno out of breath. Langris then comes out and offers to train with Yuno. Then we'll flash over to the Spade Kingdom following Zenon as he's seeing his brother Dante in the tube. Flashbacks of Dante's fight with Yami and Asta will play. Then Dante will declare that he cannot wait to fight Asta again. As soon as he says that, we will flash over to Asta as he's fighting Not Demons. While fighting, we'll get a flashback of Not telling Asta to come with him and everything leading up to this point. The episode will end with Not telling him to polish up, and the Magic Knights will begin their raid. Episode 2, chapter 274 to 276, and pages 1 of 2 of chapter 277. While the Magic Knights get ready, Naut finally joins them, along with the members of the Eye of the Midnight Suns. Naut will open the gate and the raid will then begin. As we're inside the castle, we'll see everyone running up to their opponent of the Dark Triad. The scene will then switch to a legendary ancient demon appearing outside of the kingdom. When all hope seems lost, Mary Alona will come and fight the demon. She'll fight for a bit before unveiling the Fire Magic Hellfire Incarnate form, where she'll fight back with no issue at all. Then we'll flash to Yuno and Langris as they fight on Zenon. The episode will conclude with Yuno piercing him. Episode 3, pages 3 to 20 of chapters 277 and chapter 278 to 279. We'll start the episode with Vanica, Charlotte, and Rill, with Vanica upset that Noelle isn't there to battle her, as Rill and Charlotte takes charge. Charlotte will reveal her ability to control red and blue roses. The fight will then switch to Naut and Jack the Ripper versus Dante. We'll get a small backstory on Jack as he slashes through Dante. Things will be looking up until our heroes suddenly feel something weird. We see roots growing around the kingdom, covering nearly every inch. Naut will then use his shadow magic to see Morris opening a gate to the underworld, and two devils will appear in front of Jack and Naut. Episode 4, chapter 280 to 281. We'll start with a shot outside of the kingdom where the knights stand by and a swarm of demons come rushing out. Mary Alona will continue fighting the ancient demon, and the twin devils from the previous episode will appear as they begin their onslaught on Naut. Jack will continue his fight with Dante, and then we'll flash over to the other siblings getting down, and they all together hit 100% of their devil power, each of them pushing back against their opponents. As they are on the ropes, a copy of the ancient demon would appear at the Clover Kingdom. The Clover Kingdom then begins their onslaught on the demons, but no matter what they throw at it, it's useless. Julius then jumps in trying to fight, advancing his age by 10 years, but his power still isn't enough. When all hope seems lost, Asta will come in yelling, "Devil Union," to end the episode. Episode 5, chapter 282 to 283, and pages 1 through 17 of chapter 284. The episode will start off with Yuno and Zenon talking to how the Clover Kingdom is safe as long as Asta is there. Then we'll get Asta's Devil Union. He'll announce that their form only lasts 5 minutes and rushes in the attack. Asta will completely dominate the battle. After defeating the beast, Asta will then shout he's heading to the Clover Kingdom. Before he goes, he meets up with the Black Bulls. Flashing back over to the Spade Kingdom, the Magic Knights continue to fight. When all things aren't looking up, we then get another wave of Magic Knights that includes Noelle, Luck, Nero, and Mimosa. We'll then get a flashback of them acquiring true magic, showing them unleashing the full power, wiping out all their demons. Once they are gone, the mid-ranking devils appear as they get taken out easy too. Episode 6, Chapter 285 to 287. This episode will start off with Naut and Jack battling the Devil Twins. Naut will lock in and try to take the twins on by himself using Mana's own dark prison hunting ground. Naut will switch in between modes to keep them at bay. We'll get a flashback of Naut and his brother Morgan, then we'll see Naut making the devil contract as Morgan stops him. However, while trying to stop him, he dies. We'll then flash to the present as Naut is still fighting as the tables are turning. When all hope seems lost, Asta will then come in. Episode 7, Chapter 288 to 290, and pages 1 through 3 of 291. Asta will appear to save the day as he faces the twins off by himself. Asta and Liebe will go completely crazy during this fight. I can see this being one of the most trending battles online. As Asta beats them down, the twins will fuse together and their magic power will amplify. They will summon a giant orb of magic, sending it down as Asta reflects it back to them using the Demon Dweller. Asta will then charge forward, cutting them, and the timer for Asta and Liebe will end as they split apart. Naut will tell Asta that he's done well, and they smile together. Episode 8, pages 4 to 18 of Chapter 291, Chapter 292 to 293, and pages 1 through 3 of Chapter 294. We'll go back to Jack versus Dante as Jack is in terrible shape until Manga and Zolo comes to save him. Manga says he's taking him down. I can see the intro playing during this moment. And when we get back, we'll get the flashback of Manga trying his best to get stronger. We'll then flash over to Manga's new ability. We'll continue on with the fight and have Manga yelling for victory. The end of the episode will show Asta and Luck congratulating Manga on the win. Quick side note, this was my favorite fight in the series, so I just need this episode to be the hypest one yet. Episode 9, pages 3 to 17 of Chapter 294 and Chapter 295 to 297. This episode will start off where we left off with Asta and Luck congratulating Manga on the win. As Dante tries to get back up, Jack will stop him in his tracks. We'll then switch to seeing the Charlotte and Real still fighting Vanica. When things look grim, Noelle will come into the fight. We'll then get a small flashback of Noelle and the Water Spirit teaming up as they reveal her Spirit Saint Valkyrie mode. Her and Vanica will clash with each other. We'll then get a peek of Vanica fighting Noelle's mother, ending the episode with Megacoola in the flesh. Episode 10, Chapter 298 to 301. With Megacoola here, things get dire. Everyone will fight with full strength, giving their all, and it won't be enough. Every attack they send out would not stop Megacoola, but this will only make them more powerful. Noelle falls, but she gets back up and pushes forward, and as she does, Asta will then charge in to save the day. Charlotte and Real will also get back up as Noelle enters her final Saint stage. Episode 11, Chapter 302 to 304. Noelle, Real, and Charlotte will send out more attacks at Megacoola as they get more support with Luck coming in. Noelle will try to stab her, but it won't work. Then, Nazo will appear right behind her, covering her in an orb of Mercury, stating that he has been waiting for this moment. We'll get a flashback of Nozel as he rapidly attacks Megacoola until the heart is exposed. Noelle will then do the final attack. After that, the spirit of their mom will hug them both. The aftermath of this battle will show Real and Charlotte getting healed by Mimosa, ending the episode heading back to Yuno's fight. Episode 12, Chapter 305 to 308. Langris and Yuno takes on Zenon. We'll have Langris' backstory starting off the episode leading into the fight. This episode isn't only a big moment for Yuno, but for Langris too. As Yuno shoots Zenon in the chest, we'll get his backstory too. As his backstory ends, we'll see him stand up in his final form. Yuno and Langris will then be pushed to the edge, sending Yuno out of the fight while Finral jumps into the fight. The brothers will work together to take on Zenon, but as they fight, Yuno will then obtain a second grimoire, ending the episode. Episode 13, Chapter 309 to 312. I expect this to be a heavy action episode. Star Magic will then be revealed and Yuno will fight head on. I can see this being on the level of Yuno and Real's fight. During the fight, we'll get a small flashback of the four Zagrata siblings, one face covered for obvious reasons. After the fight, we'll then see Morris gaining even more power to fight until the Black Bulls jump in, demanding to get their captain back. Episode 14, pages 4 through 15 of Chapter 314, Chapter 315 to 316, and pages 1 through 4 of 317. We'll start the episode off with Yami's point of view, leading into the Black Bulls shouting that they love him. Yami will respond and it will lead into the intro. After the intro, the second level of the underworld opens up, leading them outside of the castle. The Black Bulls will go all out, creating a giant-sized building to fight the devil. As they continue the onslaught, we'll see Asta outside holding Yami's sword. Before he attacks, we'll see a flashback of the Black Bulls cheering him on as he turns on Devil Union using the Demon Slasher Infinite/Equinox, revealing that it doesn't cut who he wants to protect. On the other side, we'll see Yuno use Spirit of Arrows to take out the other half of Asta's cut. The episode will end with Yuno and Asta saying, "Just what I expected." Episode 15, pages 5 through 15 of Chapter 317 and Chapter 318. Things will seem calm as the Black Bulls save Yami. Everyone will cool down from their long fight and things will seem normal. Suddenly, a Supreme Devil will appear, stating Lucifero manifestation is half finished. As Asta flies towards the battle, seeing people are down, Lucifero will appear right next to him. Libe will shout at him as the fight begins. I'll extend this encounter with Asta not being able to handle him. Then the captains come in at full force, ending the episode. Episode 16, Chapter 319 to 320. This is another fight I need the studio to go insane on, having all the captains together ready to fight. I'll extend this fight a bit more, adding even more combo moves showing the captain's teamwork. Yet, nothing will work against his overwhelming power. Asta will also jump into the fight, joining them, his power being enough to cut his horn. This will send Lucifero over the edge, stomping Asta out. The captains wouldn't stop either. They will keep pressing forward. Just when Lucifero is about to attack Asta again, Yuno will save him to end the episode. Episode 17, Chapter 321 to 322. With Yuno now in the fight, I will have a scene of him 1v1 Lucifero before Marielona jumps in again, as having the two duke it out with Lucifero. While that's happening, we'll get a monologue from Seke reflecting on how far Asta has come as Mimosa was healing him. Without being healed all the way, Asta stands up and walks forward, pressing on. Not stands right by his side, ready to charge in together. Yuna and Marielona will both get sent away, and Asta and Not will jump into the fight. I'll extend this a bit more as well to end the episode with Yami coming in to save Not. Episode 18, Chapter 323 to 324. This episode will start off with a flashback of how the Black Bulls, the Elves, Vengeance all save Yami, so he could join the fight. Lucifero acknowledges him as a dark magic user. The three of them will have an extended fight with Lucifero. During this, Yami and Knock flashback will play in between the blows. At one point, he will knock Yami back, going towards Asta, and Zoro and Nero will jump in blocking the attack, having him send it back. Yami and Knock will jump right back into the fight doing a combination of dark and shadow magic. We'll get a showcase of Yami and Knock completely blitzing Lucifero to the point where he sees himself bleed. Asta and Yuna will then get back up, and the four of them will face Lucifero to end the episode. Episode 19, Chapter 325 to 328. Our four heroes will charge at Lucifero. While fighting, Lucifero will acknowledge Asta as the most dangerous one and the easiest to kill. Yami will then come in to save him as the fight continues on. One cool moment in this chapter was Asta cutting magic as Lucifero tries to use gravity magic on Nod's arm. I would like to add more of those scenes with Asta playing semi-support that will eventually irk him even more. He'll break Asta's leg and shatter the magic around Yuno. Yami and Not will close in from behind, yet they will still get attacked. We'll get a moment of Libe and Asta picking themselves up to fight forward, saving Yami. With 5 seconds left, Asta will cut down Lucifero. Libe and Asta will stand before Lucifero, and he gets even more mad, casting more magic. Support will come from Yuno, Noct, and Yami for Asta to hit the final blow as they achieve victory. Episode 20, Chapter 329 to 331. After the final blow, we'll see Lucifero's heart get taken away. Mimosa will run in trying to save Yami and Not. Charlotte will admit her feelings, and the Black Bulls will come in and heal the two of them. We'll then get a flash over to Yuno meeting his mother. Asta and Libe will then talk as they jump off the building. At that point, we'll see a clock hand move. A big theory I saw in the community was that the clock was changing during the battle to completely different times. I would like to lean onto this theory during the big reveal, by having the scenes of our heroes failing, but time will rewind to make sure the outcome is right, just as Julius Grimoire closes, revealing Lucius. I'll say this again, this is my favorite arc in Black Clover. I really hope they go all out for this season. It truly deserves it. I honestly think Black Clover is a cool series, and I think it should be on the map along with My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen. This arc was huge for the series. With Period to work on the 1000-Year Blood War, I have no doubt in my mind that this will be great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you know where to find Yuno.